Phantasy Star Online closed beta is coming very soon, and Legends of Runeterra launches into open beta. All that and more. My name is Ethos, and this is Free to Play Weekly. This episode of Free to Play Weekly is sponsored by Albion Online. Albion Online's Queen update went live on January the 20th. Now, Queen is the biggest content update since the game launched in 2017, and it brings a ton of new features, including a completely new Outlands continent, guild hideouts that can be placed in the open world, a new elite faction called the Avalonians, large-scale territory battles, and a huge list of quality of life improvements. So check out Albion Online if that interests you. And so, moving on, first off in the news this week, it looks like the closed beta for Phantasy Star Online 2 is coming soon. No, really, we promise. Well, technically, it's Sega making the promise, and it's just for the dates of when the beta will be announced soon. But considering everything else that's going on in the game's long and non-North American history, it's something, alright? So, in a reply to a tweet, the PSO2 Twitter said that it was beyond excited to bring the game over to North America in 2020. Now, we don't exactly know when this will be, but we do have the hashtag soon, so you know it's gonna be soon. But if you are interested in trying out the game, you can still register for the closed beta test by following the instructions on the PSO2 website. You can also complete various challenges during the beta to obtain certain rewards. Just remember that it's all coming really soon. Again, soon. Hopefully. Probably. In the not too distant future, Funcom may be completely owned by Tencent. The Chinese-based company already owns 29% of the shares in the developer and announced earlier last week that it's seeking to buy all outstanding shares from holders. Tencent is offering shareholders a 27.3% increase over the current value of the stock, so it seems pretty likely they'll walk away owning them all. According to the press release on the Funcom website, Tencent has no current plans to make any structural changes to the Oslo-based company. Management, staff, and structure will reportedly stay the same, and support will continue to be offered for all existing games. Of course, this is all still in the works, so we'll have to wait and see how things pan out. We do know that Funcom has advised shareholders to take the offer, however. The open beta for Riot's Legends of Runeterra went live last week, so whether you pre-registered or not, everyone should be able to try the brand new card game out. Now, previously on Free to Play Weekly, we did talk a little bit about the basics of the game when it first was announced, and since Riot dished out a good bit of info about progression, game balance, and monetization, I've covered those in previous episodes as well. Now, it seems like early first impressions from a lot of people is that it plays well, and it's generally been way better received than the last MOBA that attempted to branch out into a CCG. Again, this game is now fully open for anyone who wishes to play it. All you need to do is to register using your Riot Games account and just download the client on the official Legends of Runeterra website. With a new competitive year beginning for Fortnite, Epic Games has decided to address in-game activity that lends itself to cheating, particularly communication with opposing players that can be used in kill trading. Clarified some rules that players have been confused by in the past. Of note is the communication bullet under the competitive Fortnite's collision rule, which addresses sending or receiving signals, both verbal and non-verbal, to communicate with opposing players. Apparently, over the last year, players have been confused by rulings made in regard to specifically this rule. So as of now, Epic has officially stated that they are taking action against any kind of in-game communication between opponents via signaling in official tournament matches. This includes, but is not limited to, pickaxe swinging, emoting, toy tossing, and yes, even jumping. Now, it is worth noting that playing in a pacifist playstyle is still allowed, just don't get caught signaling while you're doing it. The post also encourages players to report these activities by contacting the player support team. Last October, professional Hearthstone player Blitzchung made headlines around the world for his vocal support of Hong Kong during a tournament broadcast. He was swiftly suspended for his actions, even though Blizzard eventually reduced the suspension and even apologized for how swiftly the harsh punishment was handed down. YouTube channel People Make Games caught up with Blitzchung recently to see how he was handling his time away from the game and what his future plans are. He has been taking a break from university due to the general stress and being in the spotlight for the incident. He was a little bit disappointed with Blizzard for the way things were handled, but he doesn't hate the company, having signed with a new team, Tempo Storm, and is planning to resume his professional Hearthstone career once his suspension has expired. As for the initial incident itself, Blitzchung says it wasn't pre-planned and that he just decided to do it on that day. It was something that felt more important than his career, and he said that he was glad that he did it. Even if he had a chance to go back, he says he still would have done it again. Of course, if you're interested in more of this interview, we highly recommend checking out the entire interview from People Make Games. And that moves us to the question of the week. With Legends of Runeterra now officially in open beta and everyone allowing to play it, let me know in the comment section below which one is your current region. Now, me personally, I've been playing this game like a crap ton this past week, and I have to say right now, my favorite seems to be headed towards the Shadow Isles. Let me know what your favorite region is in the comments section below. And that's it for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out mmobomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name is Ethos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.